Retail inflation easing to a 4-month low in October, coming in at 4.87%. Core CPI inflation also declined to 4.2%. However, inflation for pulses rose sharply to over 18%. Latha standing by with the fine print. Latha.
Yes, that's right. Just slightly higher than what our CNBC-TV18 poll said. 4.8 nearly was what the CNBC poll said, and 4.87 is more like 4.9. But the internals were rather surprising, with food inflation coming in at 6.6. That's a worrisome number. That means we are likely to continue to see a higher inflation in November as well, because the onion inflation actually started in the last part of October. It's a better part of November that we are seeing high onion prices. So chances are that we could get a slightly upside surprise in food inflation in November as well. But the positive is core inflation. Our poll threw up 4.4%, but the actual number is 4.2%. And core is a sticky number. It's services inflation, which can't be imported into the country. And therefore, that coming in under control is very positive from a Reserve Bank, from a policy-making point of view. But just to come back to food inflation, it's a serious number, with some of the internals particularly worrying. Pulses have risen 18.5% year-on-year. Cereals are up 10.5% to 11% year-on-year. And vegetables also up about 3.4% month-on-month. So that is worrying. We haven't brought onions and tomatoes yet under control, and pulses are a very, very tricky subject when it comes to, the vulnerable segments of the population. So this inflation number from a policy-making angle is good because it is sub 5. This is the last number that the Reserve Bank has when it goes into making policy, and the fact that it has come under 5% will be a matter of solace. But the Reserve Bank's policy angle of sounding hawkish and tightening liquidity may continue because US yields are still high. In any case, to come back to inflation, it's very much in line with what the Reserve Bank forecast. For the quarter, it is expected that inflation will be at around 5.6%, which the Reserve Bank forecast.
All right, Latha, many thanks for joining us. That's the inflation print for you. Now, India's manufacturing